Kingstream Entertainment. Ruslan.
I love highlighting other YouTube channels. I love having other guests on my channel. Even if I don't get to go on their channel, it's all good, right? And one of the channels I've been watching is a gentleman named Spencer Cornelia. Spencer Cornelia is a YouTuber. He's been at it for a long way. He's has really good financial literacy stuff. He does a lot of like exposing scams and that kind of thing. And I wanted to highlight him because he had this video that I've been wanting to like tie in one of his videos for a while. So shout out to you, Spencer. I've been watching your stuff for a while. And today it overlapped into something that I think my viewers can be negatively impacted with. And I thought, man, I gotta show you guys this this terrible blessing Loom scam. Have you guys heard of this? This is so gross. All right, check this out. So this is, again, Spencer Cornelia. He's about to crack 100,000 subscribers. I don't know. I don't think he's a believer. I don't know if he's a believer, but that shouldn't make a difference. He puts out some solid content regarding finances, regarding financial literacy, that kind of stuff. But check this out, guys. The blessing scam. It's a pyramid scam. Check this out.
I say the Lord because it was the Lord that gave that divine connection for me to be introduced to a process that not only has changed my life, but it looks like it's changing almost 7,000 people, black, brown, and beige. Yes, let me say it again. 7,000 people, black, brown, and beige.
Oh man, I guess I'm not allowed. You guys have to see how confident DAP is. Near the end of this
So DAP has this blessing Loom. And the way, and he's a Christian dude, right? And this dude is, oh, it's so whack. He's asking people to send a certain amount of money and recruit 2 people. And this stuff is being done in the name of God, and it is very Christian. And it sounds like he's saying God told him to do this thing, right? And it was just like, bro, I couldn't believe this. So again, I'm a big fan of Spencer. I think you say his last name Cornelia. But just watch a little bit more of this. I'm gonna stop and chime in what I can.
He legitimately Google searches blessing circles.
Blessing circles, guys.
And comes across this news article titled BBB and NC warns against blessing Loom scam on social media. Let's actually go back a few moments in this presentation and I'm gonna see if you notice something. Here's an image of this setup for DAP's scheme. And then here's the image from this news article that he presented live to the people watching this presentation. The news article is literally explaining this exact system as a blessing scam, which is a pyramid scheme. From the article itself, it is a ploy that promises that if you put in $100 and recruit people to join your circle, you will walk away with $800. But your friends or acquaintances sharing this probably don't realize it's the classic definition of a pyramid scheme. Maybe, just maybe, DAP's blessing scam is different.
All right, you got to be that selfless person. If you are, you will receive a blessing in return of 700% on your initial blessing.
Oh, come on, man. DAP, a 700% return? Clearly, this is the exact same scam that the news is warning people about, and DAP showed the audience that it is a scam and people are still buying in. Greed is what drives pyramid schemes. Let's hear DAP explain why this isn't a scam.
Yeah, when you go on Google and you watch all of the news reports,
guys, stay away from this kind of stuff, man. Stay away, because one, it plays into people's insecurities. We're in the middle of a pandemic. A lot of people are hurting, as we will get into soon. It's so sad. It's grimy. It's being done in the name of God. This dude DAP just seems, and again, he seems convinced that he's helping people. He seems convinced. Now, maybe this man doesn't know what a pyramid scheme is. Like, I don't know. Maybe he just don't know. But see, his motive, but he's coming across like, yeah, it's a blessing. What do they call it? The blessing Loom. Oh my gosh. Let's keep watching.
All the same concept, $100 to $800. And most people start complaining because you never see a presentation.
All of the scams out there, they're scams because the people don't watch the presentation. It's all in the presentation, and people just need to understand that you have to get buy-in from your recruits. Pyramid schemes rely on the next recruits buying into the system, and when they stop buying in, the entire scheme comes crashing down. And the stories find their way to the news. You can't have any skeptical recruits. That's why we keep this community tight-knit.
All right, you got to be that selfless person. If
You gotta be that selfless person, fam. No.
you are, you can receive a blessing in return of 700% on your initial blessing.
On your
Please,
initial
no recording
blessing.
of this process. It is really
Of course. Nah, Dad,
that
we exposing you,
stay,
champ.
Within the lines of doing things the right way, and recording this and making this public is not going to make it any easier for us. It's only going to make it more challenging.
Of course, he doesn't want this presentation recorded because now it's out in the open and all these poor souls are stuck in a pyramid scheme. You want to know why pyramid schemes are successful just for a little bit? Because the people who join first get insane paydays, so of course it's legitimate to them, and then they go tell their friends and family that they're making a 700% return on their investment.
In the name of God, yo. In the name of blessing and God, like he literally says God gave this to him.
And the money hit their account. This is how pyramid schemes can sustain themselves enough
heartbreaking.
to reach 17,000 members in a group that doesn't allow for any of this information to go public. It's all referrals.
I'm disappointed because how is it that you can miss out on an opportunity like this?
This is a testimonial from someone. Of course it's an amazing opportunity because she earned money. Here's a quick breakdown of how much these get-rich-quick lottery winners are actually pulling in. Here's how the scheme works. All 8 people on the outside are in the fire zone. They all give $1,400 to the pot. When there are 8 members in the fire zone, so that it's full, then the pot of $11,200 is given to the single member in the water zone, Philly. When Philly receives their money, they are out of the system. Dap and Randall go from the earth zone into their own water zone. Everyone moves up a level. In Dap and Randall's pyramid schemes, they now have empty fire zones. In order for Dap and Randall to get paid their $11,200,
You guys catching
all
how this
members
works?
in their win zone must recruit 2 new people into the
The more people you recruit, the scheme keeps going until there's no more people to recruit. And it's once there's no more people to recruit, the people on the outside, your friends and family, are left holding a bucket.
fire zone. As long as everyone is recruiting 2 new people to join the fire zone, the pyramid scheme is working amazingly.
I'm disappointed because how is it that you can miss out on an opportunity like this?
All right, you got to be that selfless person. If you are, you can receive a blessing in return of 700% on your initial blessing.
Yeah, it's a can't miss opportunity. You gift $1,400 when joining the system, and then when you reach the water zone, you're gifted $11,200. Amazing, it's like magic. But what happens if Christella, Mary, Remy, and
This
Burley
is where
are
it falls
unable
apart.
to convince 2 new people to join the
This
scheme?
is where it falls
Well,
apart.
that's when the pyramid stops and everyone who hasn't profited is left holding the bag. If one person in the win zone is only able to recruit 1 person and not 2, then the scheme stops and everyone is out their money.
Myths and facts, let's talk about this win-win proposition real quickly. This is not a pyramid scheme, guys, all right? And we're
It's the very definition of a pyramid scheme.
not here to argue that fact with you. The numbers prove it for itself,
The numbers prove it for itself.
all right? We don't have time to be a part of anything illegal, all right? A pyramid scheme is really simple and straightforward, like a Bernie Madoff, a Zeke Rewards, and all of these other legitimate companies with legitimate people that are licensed doing what they're thought to do, right? But that's not what's happening when you're giving them your money. Commit to your 2 responsibilities. Invite people you trust who will commit to the process. Invite people you trust who will commit to the process.
This is
Multiple
gross.
times throughout this presentation, Dap hammers the point home that you must find people willing to commit to the process. He pretends like people are signing up to play football at the University of Alabama. You must dedicate yourself to the process. A pyramid scheme has to have buy-in from everyone because if recruiting stops, the entire scheme stops. This is
Oh
literally a
my
pyramid
gosh.
scheme. There is no payout for the water zone if no more recruiting happens. This is by definition a pyramid scheme. And all these people are potential victims with an incomplete circle. They are not victims when more recruits are entering into the scheme, but the second recruiting stops, everyone left is holding the bag.
All right, you got to be that selfless person. If you
Gross.
are, you can receive a blessing in return of 700% on your initial blessing.
These schemes prey on the vulnerable and lure you in with promises of fast money. And then they can even give you testimonials because people do make money in pyramid schemes.
That we had something here that if it's shared correctly and people understand that they have 2 very simple responsibilities. Bless 1,400 to someone and make sure they share it with 2 people that's willing to commit to the same process.
Gift and recruit, baby. As long as we have people bringing in the dough and recruiting more people, then we can make money, baby. But it's terrible for the people who are going to lose their $1,400 in this.
To be able to see us all come together and do the impossible. Because everyone, trust me, everyone outside of our community thinks what we are doing is impossible.
No, it's illegal, you dummy. Gosh. All right, here. Listen, guys. I want people to be successful financially. Like, as you guys may know some of you guys may know my Dave Ramsey story. I graduated college, newlywed. Me and my wife had $45,000 in debt. $45,000 in debt. It's about 10 years ago. I've literally made every poor decision I can with money. Every single poor decision you can make with money, I've made. And by the grace of God, we were able to pay off that $45,000 in 18 months working crappy jobs. This is before I was I'm making a little bit of money from music, but listening to Dave Ramsey, applying the baby steps, completely just transformed everything for me. And so this stuff is hard because you feel people's pain. You feel where people are coming from. You feel that, people want to, improve their situations, but there's a way to do it, right? There's a way to do it. So let me pull up this passage from Proverbs real quick. Proverbs 13, verse 11. It says, wealth from get-rich-quick schemes quickly disappears. Wealth from hard work grows over time. I'm going to read it again. Wealth from get-rich-quick schemes quickly disappears. Wealth from hard work grows over time. This is called compound growth, okay? And then it goes on to say, hope deferred makes the heart sick. That's a little bar in there about mental health, right? Hope deferred. When you're hoping something is going to happen and it doesn't happen, it bums you out. It makes you depressed, right? But a dream fulfilled is a tree of life. Okay, let's just pay attention to this verse, okay? Wealth from get-rich-quick schemes quickly disappears, but wealth from hard work over time. But wealth from disappears. Wealth from hard work over time. Okay, will grow over time. So here's what I want you guys. Here's what I really want you guys to think about. A lot of you guys are creatives. A lot of you guys are looking at hopping on YouTube or hopping on TikTok or creating content, or some of you guys want to get into music or whatever. And that's awesome. And I want you guys to do it. But if you're getting into this thing, guys, if you're getting into this thing because you think it's a quick flip and you think the YouTube is a get rich quick scheme, or being a rapper is a get rich quick scheme, because goodness gracious, anybody can be a rapper nowadays, or whatever you have, right? Or again, let's go to motives. If starting a ministry, you think that's going to put you on, it's going to make you some money. Get rich. If you're doing anything with the intent of making money fast, and I get a lot of these questions in the Patreon, like people are like asking me for the shortcut. There's no shortcut. There's no shortcut. There's hard work with useful, scarce skills over time, and then 10 years later, you're an overnight success. Okay? That's how this thing works. If you want to be an entrepreneur, if you want to be a creative entrepreneur, if you want to be an artist, if you want to be a rapper, if you want to be a YouTuber, if you want to be whatever, there's no shortcuts. It's hard work over time will build. It will build. If you know what you're good at, you know what you're not good at, you know what the need is, you have some useful skills, right? Ephesians chapter 5, Paul writes, he who steals must steal no longer, but he should make himself useful, working with his own hands. Have you made yourself useful? Have you developed some skills that are useful to other people, right? If you develop useful skills and you work on your character, why am I talking about your character? Well, because people who are generous are more fun to be around. People who are gracious are just dope to do business with. People who are kind are like amazing to be around, right? So if you become the type of person Jesus is transforming you to be, you work through your stuff, you grow in those fruits of the Spirit, love, peace, kindness, self-control, you control your mouth, you don't just say everything you think because you think it, right? You look for opportunities to speak into people's lives and to be affirming, right? And so there's a character thing happening, there's a heart transformation, transforming your character, your integrity. You're the same person. You're the same person when you're alone. You're the same person when you're with your friends. You're the same person when you're at church. Integer, integrity, integer. The root to integrity is one. You're one whole person. If you're working on your character and you're developing useful skills, what are useful skills? Well, let's think. I bet you pretty soon just about any job, any good paying job is going to require you to know a little bit of design, require you to know a little bit of Photoshop, little bit of video editing, a little bit of photography, what else? Facebook ads, scarce skills. Those skills are scarce now. They're not going to be scarce in 10 years from now. I bet you 10 years from now, everybody's going to know how to do video, right? And so are you building scarce skills? And maybe you don't know what, you want to launch a business, but you don't know what your business is. Okay, that's fine. Cool. Go and develop those scarce skills and help somebody else build their business, help somebody else build their ministry, helps get behind somebody else who's maybe in that sweet spot that can grow and develop those skills, right? That can grow and level up. And so, guys, I want everybody to be financially well off. Like I really, like that's a heart of mine, not because it's easy. It's not. It's actually very hard. It's very difficult to deny yourself. It's very difficult to have a plan for your money. It's very difficult to not go shopping every time you feel good, and that retail therapy that so many of us slide into, right? It's hard, but it's simple. It's simple. And if you develop the scarce skills, and if you search your own heart, that you're not just doing stuff to get rich quick, you're not just trying to be a rapper because that's the cool thing to do. You guys have those friends. Like, you ain't trying to be no artist for real. Stop it. You just here because you think this is a quick come up. Cut that out, right? Y'all know those people. Or I'm doing YouTube this month. I'm doing TikTok this month. I'm doing this. Like, come on, cut that out. Like, you ain't really about this. Like, you ain't. And I sniff those people out really quick. They don't come around me very often. But guys, the moral of the story is, hey, don't fall for these traps. Don't fall for this nonsense, these get-rich-quick schemes, these blessing looms in the name of God, especially in the name of God. And if you got friends that hit you up, send them Spencer's video, send them my video. Let them know this stuff is not okay, and especially not okay in the name of Jesus. Especially not okay in the name of Jesus. That's just, it's just not dope, man. So, if you want to be successful, if you want to grow in how you handle your money, praise God, check out Dave Ramsey. Those were the foundational skills that I got to really just clean up my debt, learn to save, learn to get on a budget. And then Spencer Cornelia. And then once I did that, I was able to increase what I was making and save 6 months of living expenses and then quit my job. And then, 5-6 years later, we're doing very, very well. If you want to know exactly how much I'm making a month, it's on Patreon. There's a YouTube video with Jason Blake and me and Trey Van Camp, and I walk people through every single dollar amount. I don't want to put that out there just yet, but it's on Patreon. The Patreon know where we're at now, and it's incredible. But it's after. Guys, I've been releasing music since 2004. I've been dabbling in YouTube since 2015. It's 2020, and I just became profitable with YouTube. Like, for real. I didn't become profitable with music until 2012, 2011-ish. I'd been releasing music professionally. My album was in Christian bookstores around here in 2004. I didn't start making money 2011, 2012, right? This stuff takes time. It takes time. It takes hard work. It takes patience. It takes developing scarce skills, developing yourself. But you can do it. Like, you really can do it if you want to do it. If you don't want to, if you're content with your life, then ignore everything I'm saying. I live in Southern California. I can't be halfway with it. Like, I got to go all the way. So maybe you live in Nebraska, your cost of living is low, you're content, you're in a church, praise God, you're married, that is awesome. But if you're like, I just know I could be a better steward. I know I can do more. Check out the Dave Ramsey baby steps. Those this will set me up. You know what I'm saying? This will set me up. So anyway, what do you guys?
King's Dream Entertainment. Ruslan.